Hey there! Today we're going to be talking about this pen by Scriveiner, and I've in the past called that Scriveiner. This is a pen that looks like the pen I reviewed before, which was the EDC, but I'm pretty sure that this is the Gold Luxury. It has a brass body and then a gold finish, which makes it look more luxurious. And I reviewed one that was chrome in the past, and in the wrong lighting it kind of looks like it's chrome, but it's not. This is really a gold color. A very kind thank you to Scriveiner for sending me this. This is an updated version, I think, of their EDC. They use ion plating to get the stuff on. It looks quite nice. It's a solid pen, quite heavy. I'll cover the parts of the pen, I'll do a writing sample, and I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Let's get started. Okay, here we go with the Scriveiner. This is, sorry I said it again, Scriveiner. This is the Gold Luxury pen. I have reviewed their EDC, which looks the same, but that one in my case was chrome. They come in different finishes. This one is 24 karat gold finish, ion plated. It's a solid brass pen, threads, machine at both ends so you can post it securely, cap it securely. Has a Schmidt number 5 nib. Comes with 2 spare cartridges, one blue, one black, as well as a converter. These are $74.99. I think the EDCs are a little bit less expensive, but this one has the 24 karat gold plating, right? Has knurling at the section, which you will see, but first just quickly look at the box. You can lift up this tab, you get the cartridges, you get their bonus thing, you can do the extension of the warranty, etc. And then you have filling instructions, etc. in there. I think I said etc. a lot. Sorry. Let's look at the pen itself. So a pocket pen, I'll put it right next to a Pilot Metropolitan and I'll zoom in a bit. A pocket pen, but very solid. Because of the brass body, it feels really quite heavy. I like a lot of the eye for detail. There's the Scriveiner, so I say it again. There's the Scriveiner, logo on the finial, which is kind of an infinity thing going. You keep turning it around, it looks the same. That's how S's work. We have the clip, again, nice eye for detail with those grooves that I put in. A bit Art Deco, and I quite like it. Very, very shiny finish. We have the Scrivener logo again on the center band, and then we have the barrel with threads. This is the end, of course. The clip is nice and springy. You can unscrew the pen, and this is the actual pen. Large enough for me to be used unposted, which is quite nice. Here you have that knurling, which makes for a nice grip without being sharp or anything. These threads are quite big and are not sharp either because of that. They've been designed well. You have threads at the end as well, which are not sharp, which I don't feel when I use the pen unposted, but they do allow you to securely post the cap. Will not easily come off, which I like a lot. And then you have a very solid pen. Bear in mind, maybe especially if you have smaller hands, because of all this metal and the brass, it gets a bit top heavy when you post the pen. We have a unbranded Schmidt number 5 nib. Nothing wrong with a good Schmidt nib. This one is medium. You have the plastic feed, and that's all there's to it. So pretty solid. When you open up the pen, cartridges or a converter, and I really like that this is a pocket pen that you can use with a converter, labeled Scrivener with the logo, comes with the pen. Very nice, because I've seen more expensive pens that didn't come with a converter. You can use this with bottled ink, and I think for a pocket pen that's very nice, because many pocket pens only take cartridges. So I think that's a very nice touch, and I really quite like that. If shiny things are to your liking, I think you would really enjoy this pen. Now, as to writing, let me just grab a sheet of paper here. I have found these Scrivener pens to actually be very nice. The EDC, which again is pretty much this model but not gold, I have used quite a lot, and I found it very comfortable. I gave one away as well, and I gave a couple away, and everyone's been quite positive about them. So Scrivener. This is the luxury, I don't know why I put a comma there, but here we are. This is the medium nib, it's just steel, and the ink is Waterman of blue. This is Ayush paper. This has a little bit of texture to it, so it can make nibs sound a bit scratchier. In no way do I find this nib scratchy. It's really quite nice. Has a little bit of feedback that allows you to feel that you're writing with a fountain pen, but it's really not scratchy. Solid writer, no skipping. Feed keeps up very well with very high speed writing. I don't think anyone would write that quickly. Nice, pretty wet. It is a round nib. It's not advertised as a flex nib, but let's try to squeeze out some line variation. I am pushing this harder than I would recommend you to push it, but as you can see, you can. It is they sent it to me to keep, so I will ruin it for you. You can clearly squeeze out some line variation. Really quite nice, and like I said, a fairly wet writer. What about reverse writing? Possible. Certainly gets a lot drier and takes it from a medium to an extra fine, but I don't think you'll be able to get away with more than 3 or 4 words before it becomes too dry and you can't really read what you are writing anymore. Very nice, very solid pen. I mean that in the literal sense of the word. The brass lends some pretty substantial weight to it. Remember, measurements and weights are on the website. I mean, my website. So very cool pen. Let's talk about likes and dislikes. What do I like, what do I not like about this pen? I'm going to be honest. I've used the other, let's call it its brother, the EDC. Mine was also sent to me by Scrivener, and it's a chrome color. I've done a review of that a while ago. I've used that pen a lot, and I have found it to be a very solid writer. This is similar. It feels a bit heavier. In my mind, these are well-made pens, and they write nicely. I find them comfortable. They're well-made. I don't have much to complain about. So, I like the looks. The shiny is not for everyone. I quite like it. Writes very well. I think the threads in the back for secure posting make for a very nicely sized pen. I will say it gets pretty top heavy, but what I like about this model a lot is that although it's a pocket pen, for me it's big enough to use unposted. I prefer that over, say, Kaweco Sport, where I really have to post it to be able to write with it. This pen you don't have to. Another advantage it has over many other pocket pens is that it takes a converter. Of course, that makes it bigger, but it takes a standard international converter, which you might well have lying around. You can use bottled ink, and the barrel is not too short for it. I think that is very nice because using bottled ink gives you more variation than cartridges will. So I really, really like that. Overall, the eye for detail is good. The tolerances are good. Right underneath the clip, I was looking at it earlier today, there's not a gap. It's properly made. It's a solid pen. All this for $74.99. I know that is not super cheap. There are much cheaper pens out there, but I get the feeling you're buying a quality product. Again, I've been using the EDC a lot. I've been playing around with this. They are solid pens. That's all I can say about it. So I really like it. Really, oh, by the way, I also wrote down, they actually have a full refund. They issue a full refund if you return the pen within 30 days. That's quite nice too. If you end up not liking it, you get your money back. So I think it's good. Things I don't like, well, as I said, when you post it, it becomes a little top heavy, but then you can try to use it unposted and see how that works for you. I think there's a lot to be said for this. So I really like it. I'm very happy with it. I think Scrivener does a nice job. I don't really feel I have much else to say about it. Whether the price is worth it, that's something that you have to decide. So there we are. A kind thank you to Scrivener for sending me this. I really appreciate it. Hope this was useful. Sorry it took me a while to review it, but there we are. And I'll see you next time. Bye!